Alright, so we're going to go with the software provided on how to run it on your system, how to get set up for the machine. So the first thing you got to do is locate the USB drive that came along with your printer. On it, you'll have this software. Now, you'll have the Arduino Setup, Print Run, and Slicer. So let me show you where I got these in case you ever want to get them in the future or you have a Mac computer rather than a PC computer. Okay, but the initial setup is the same thing. So we have Arduino, and this is located at Arduino CC. You can also just go to Google. Let's start at Google because most people are just so if you type in Arduino, Arduino, you'll have the homepage Arduino, and you'll have the software download, and you can go with Mac, Windows, or Linux. Okay, so that's where I got that one. I'm going with the Windows build right here. The next piece of software is Print Run, and it can be found at Kilament Print Run GitHub. If you page down, you'll find the precompiled variation for both Mac and Windows, along with how you get it onto Ubuntu if you want to get it that way. And the last one is Slicer, SLIC3R. It can be found at slicer.org. And if you page all the way down, you'll find the precompiled variations right here. Alright, so to install these, the Arduino unit, or the Arduino part of it, is a little bit different, so we'll go through that. But I already have it installed on my system, so but what I do not have is the drivers for the Atmega 2560. I left that wide open so I can show you how to install that. Okay. So there's the Arduino side of things. Now, what's going to happen is you're going to plug your printer in, and you're going to go to like control panel here, and you go to hardware and software. The hardware is system and security, and then you can go to device manager. You'll notice that there's an Arduino Mega 2560 that requires an installation. Double click on it and go to driver. Update driver. Browse your computer for the driver software, and then browse this out. You can browse it out to where you have the Arduino software. For me, and for you, we have this on our desktop or the thumb drive. Okay, so there's my Arduino software. There's drivers, and you just have to click on the driver, hit OK. So it's pointing right to the folder. Make sure include subfolders is checked and hit next. Install the driver software anyway. And voila, we have it. Now it's a little bit different on a Mac. On a Mac it kind of just finds it magically somehow. But the Windows side of things, that's how you do it. Alright, so now your device manager should not have an exclamation point anymore there. Alright, once you have that set up, we can now go into Print Run and check to see the connection between it and the machine. So get to Pronterface, it's called, and launch it up. You should see a COM port here. In my case, it's COM port 5, and I should be able to hit connect, and there it is. It's connected. Now, if you turn on your mains current, hold on right. There we go. So by flicking the switch on the back of the unit, I can now move my unit around. Okay. Also, if you hit check temp, you should see readouts for both temperatures, correct? And if you hit monitor printer, you should be able to see the real-time temperature readout right here. Alright, good. Now this is just the, kind of getting ready, getting started phase of things. So you've connected to it, good job, that's good. But let's do something. For right now, let's minimize this. And let's look at Slicer for a second. Now, right here, it's going to say configuration wizard, yada, yada, yada. Hit cancel to that. I already included a nice configuration for your machine. So if you go to File, Load Configuration, we can go to the place where this is stored, which is the thumb drive. And I have production machine right here. In it, there's all kinds of information like the layer height, the infill ratio, the filament setting, which is already 1.8, the temperature of the bed, and the bed size compared to, and the extruder. Alright, so all kinds of crazy stuff. We'll get into that, but for right now, just know where the configuration file is and get that started. Okay, last but not least, there's the Arduino itself. Let's say you wanted to augment something later on down the road. Well, if you launch this up, we can close out of these windows if you have those. I doubt you do. Let's go File, Open, and located here, there's Sprinter Max Production. In it, we have the file located that one right there, Sprinter Max Production INO. Alright, so this is the heart and soul of your machine. If you go to the configuration file, you'll find all kinds of things that you can get in trouble with if you're not familiar with it. But I provided everything. Alright, so don't change anything. I wouldn't here until you get savvy enough to know what this is or do some research. But for right now, know that it does exist, and there it is, the heart and soul of your machine. Alright, so that is just a breakdown of what you get on the thumb drive and how to launch it all. So let's go on to the next video.